Twilight has gotten a lot better over time. You can tell, like, oh, are they just going to start from there? All right, they're just going to start from there. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. Wasting no time. Only about 10 seconds passed off the pause, so not really a big deal. But like I said, I've heard a lot of good things about Pin in the twos environment. He was able to beat Chavo and Zoo before. That's where I've been hearing a lot from him. And so far here today, you know, has been playing a lot of people, and people have been giving good compliments on the Jake so far, or the Cake.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those characters that just has so much in their kit. As you can see, they're able to get, like, spikes even from a far distance with that stretch punch. It's just one of those characters that is able to pressure from so far away. That
side air is so ridiculous. And one of the few things that you definitely want to have access to when you're fighting up against someone like Bugs, because Bugs Bunny is that nightmare for many. Great combo, though, going for the up special off of the dares and trying to get the command grab after 2 to put that weakness stack on.
Yeah, he's trying to get as much of that damage as possible, and with those kind of confirms and like combos, you're gonna rack it up very quickly. It also gives weakness on it too, so once you like you said, once you come out of it, that knockbox is increased, and you're gonna do a little bit more damage.
I'm really liking Pin's pressure. Like, Pin is always like directly underneath Twilight, and is gonna punch him on the rocket. That's one of the few times that you can hit. A lot of times you stare at the rocket, you think, oh, I gotta let him rock. Like, no, not really. You can go challenge that. That pie being super slow usually is a good reflect, but it's not fast enough to actually get bounced off the house.
No, yeah, not fast enough just yet, but I can see right now both of them are kind of feeling out neutral. You can see Cake is just charging the up attacks, trying to bait in Twilight to make an option that he might regret.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with it either. Like, plenty of those up attacks, because Twilight's constantly been looking for the downer to find the big combo starter, and Lucky didn't get sent off the top. Sky Arena Tripod is definitely helping a bit there.
Yeah, that move is actually incredibly strong. Able to like send people so far off the top and cover so much area, and puts Cake in the perfect setup to then follow up with a side air on top of it.
Yeah, that just dipped underneath, and that's going to poke directly above. Still taking out off the top. Actually, like, for a second, it didn't seem like that was actually going to find the knockout.
No, it didn't look like it was. It looked like it just barely got it off the top, if anything. But Cake already trying to put on that pressure, basically trying to, you know, get in, but keep that distance.
I mean, this anti-air game the anti-air and anti-jump game has been so good. Like, Pin is constantly on the move, putting out hitboxes on any approaches that Twilight decides to take, and Twilight hasn't really had an answer for it yet. Gonna get sent all the way down. If you get hit by that at the bottom of the blast zone, definitely will get knocked out. A lot of defensive resources already gone, and he's gonna chase him all the way to the skies, trying to go out there. I love that pressure from Pin, and that's gonna lead to a 3-stock to start things off.
That was insane. Like, he did not let him breathe off that stage, followed every single option, and made sure that there was nothing that he could get back.
You see that like smirk from Pin too? Like, Pin, like, yeah, I got that. That was me. I got that. That's what's up. I'm nice with it.
No, that was really good.
That was really clean. I am already impressed. To say the least. Like, people hype up players a lot, but sometimes you gotta wait to see how they pan out. Panned out. Has delivered, and we're going to see Twilight actually switch to the Harley. So this is a character I know Twilight's been working on, but has a lot more room to grow with it so far. And that Harley definitely looking pretty good to start here.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Excuse me, the Harley seems like a decent idea to switch here, because that Cake was looking really good to start. Here's what I meant to say.
Yeah, the Harley is going to be able to apply a little bit more pressure, as well as set up like traps that Jake is going to have to, you know, get by. Well, Cake. But a little bit faster of a character too. That said, Bugs does have like better combo potential. Surprisingly.
Yeah, that's something they left alone, and it's still a problem. I like the idea behind Harley because you have a lot of ways to manipulate the movement of where Pin goes and let you kind of camp a little bit more. But also at the same time for Pin, your range is so good that you can kind of just stare at most of the time when they have the confetti boxes up, wait for them to go away, and then you approach.
I gotcha. Something wrong with the audio. Maybe a PlayStation controller.
I hear, let's see, we got Wally on the mic. We coming through as, like, robotic for you? Because that's a little bit weird. We have, I mean, if the game audio is coming in good, then we'll solve this audio in a second after this match is done. Not sure why it's doing that. But so far here in round 2, Pin looking very similar to the first one, 129 damage in the lead on Twilight.
Yeah, already trying to, like, you know, net that KO as well. 136%. We're pretty much looking at a knockout right here with the up attack. charging it up just a little bit in order to just ensure that that knockout is like good to go.
Yeah, like all of those have just been like great anti-airs. Every time you've been trying to jump over and get a hit on me, I'm not going to allow it. I'm going to keep that going consistently, and I am trying to figure out like what Twilight's going to do as an answer. Most of these approaches have been getting stuffed out consistently by the cake, and he's been kind of struggling to get in, but like I'm definitely still very impressed at how like Pin refuses to overextend, because that's one of the best ways for Harley to start finding those siders and getting the loops on you.
Yeah, that's the toughest part about like a character like Harley is those loops. But as we're seeing Cake come out with the loops that's like of her own and just kind of racking up 70% on the Twilight.
Yeah, it's been looking better. Twilight trying to cover the landing right there, but for Twilight, one of the biggest things is that when you try to go for those projectile-based knockback moves, the house comes out, the down special, it'll reflect it away, so you have to watch out for how many times he goes for that.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. What I'm seeing a lot out of like Pin is as soon as like Twilight is within a certain range and throws out a single hit move, he is dodging.
I also just realized these platforms are actually going against Twilight, because every time Twilight's going for a dare, it's bounced off the platform. So these short hop dares are actually playing against Twilight. I know Twilight's a big fan of the triplats. And, well, Twilight finally finds one on the board. It took a while, but Twilight finally gets one. And that was almost short-lived.
Yeah, almost loses a stock there. Able to get back to center stage at least. But, yeah, I mean, Twilight at least has a point on the board. We're looking to see, like, you know, some of those patent-pended Harley combos that we're used to seeing out of, like, Twitter and everything. Like, you know that. But as far as, oh, jeez. That actually spiked him from over there.
Sorry, you can keep talking. I just, I hear what chat is talking about with the mic audio, so we'll try to solve that right after this. Hopefully we can get that figured out. But so far, right now, it has been a little bit better, but my goodness, like the way that Pin is always directly on top of Twilight, like we said before, it's been the same. These roll-ins with these up attacks have been really good. Twilight actually like pressuring pretty hard now. Might be a little bit too late, but it's definitely looking much better.
Yeah, no, it's looking good. It's definitely a bit cleaned up. Although on the last stock, he's having kind of a hard time to get a hold of the pressure.
Ooh.
Oh, boy,
there
he's
you go.
actually going to reverse it there with that.
Yeah, reversal down air. That was close to being a bite to a command grab. I mean, excuse me, a nair to command grab. That's what Pin was looking for down off the bottom. And let's see if Twilight can actually strike here, because 106, that is not very good for Harley, but the damage combos have been on point. So that's going to end it, though. He's going to get the anti-air, and that's going to take Pin out of, Twilight out of the game. And that's going to give Pin a 2-0 dub. Now I'm going to go grab Chavo.